Well, hello everyone, it's Dana here with Love Soul of Flowers, and we are going to show you some new products tonight. But I thought I'd come on just a little bit early than when we announced, just to give some time for people to pop on if they wanted to see these things up close and personal. So we are still having our 70% off sale, but that is ending soon. Our website is lovesouloflowers.com. And we also have our YouTube channel still going with all the tutorials that we have. We did one last week. Where is it? We did something like this last week. And you can search all of our tutorials there, a few years worth of them, and that is youtube.com/lovesouloflowers. And of course, we have our business page where we're having our lives here, where you can catch our lives as many as we do. You just got to sign up for notifications if you don't get those. And then we have our community group where we share tips and tricks and all those good things, and that is facebook.com/groups/lovesouloflowers. So yeah, join all the things so you can learn all about what we've got going on here. We try to be, as responsive as we can so that we can help you guys navigate your DIY stuff. But we also are kind of big on adding as many products to help you guys too. So tonight we are going to be talking about some of the products we might have had, but we're just replenishing. But some of the things you're going to see on our website now that are newer. It's kind of exciting when we get new things, but they are limited quantity. So if you love them, grab them when you can. And we just keep trying to fill things, new things, but also trying to keep our stuff in stock. And sometimes it depends on the season and stuff for some of the preserved, and then just waiting for containers for things like flowers and faux. But we do got some new things I'm going to show you. And I'm excited about it. The first thing we're going to go through is some of the new colors we've added for our dyed flowers. So if you have a business, especially if you do things like farmers markets and stuff, and you just need a collection of colors, and it takes so long to dye flowers, sometimes, ordering these kind of assortments that are already dyed for you is kind of fun. Hey, Sharon. So we have some new colors that we've added. And also if you're a bride, if you know what colors you want, it's kind of easy just to add, those to your cart as well. We have got some neutrals going on, so I'm going to show you those up close. Again, we like to do videos because as we try to do our photos on our website in natural lighting, and we just pick something from a box and obviously put it and take a picture. But sometimes, you need to get kind of up close and on a video to kind of see everything that's going on. So that's why we are going to go through our products. And some of these I'm really excited about, and I can't wait to show you all. So I'm going to just give a few more seconds for people to get on. We are going to have a tutorial next week. This week we're just showing new products, but we will do some tutorial stuff next week. Also, in the group, I'm going to make a post and keep it up at the top about what you would like tutorials on, just so that I know kind of where everybody's at, what they're wanting to see, and you guys can give us ideas of things to do for you guys that would help. So we are going to start again with our dyed flowers. If you're just joining us, again, we are having our sale on our website, but we are going to go through some of our new products that we've got. So I'm going to go through the colors. Now, I do have a ring light, obviously, so that it's visible and you can see. So the colors, are lit up pretty well. But usually the website's pretty accurate. I noticed for colors, it's natural lighting, so the colors are pretty accurate, but we are going to show you them. Again, a bunch of these are going to be neutrals, and then we have a couple of staples that everyone kind of needs. So the first one is called Coconut Shell, and you'll know why it's named that, because it is the color of a coconut shell. So when you get your assortment of dyed flowers, you get a mixture of sizes and styles. Okay, so here's just like a little smattering of what could possibly be in your assortment. Again, this is called Coconut Shell. These neutrals are fabulous if you are a home decor artist, or if you are a DIY who just likes to decorate your house. The neutrals, give a nice palette to kind of go anywhere. A lot of times if you do things like farmers markets, you'll see that the neutrals really go. And these are great with raw flowers, all these colors too. So again, this is Coconut Shell. Let me move that to the side. These kind of beigey browns are even pretty popular now, even in weddings. I think the neutral scene is popping in here. Again, these flowers I'm showing you, you're not guaranteed any specific flower, but you will have all the different sizes and a mixture of flowers. So this one is called Cocoa. Okay, so it's a little bit lighter. It's kind of like a milk chocolate, kind of. And you've got the cocoa here. This is a super pretty. It's actually got like a tinge of the, like a mauve tone. Hey, Stacy. Not like pink, but it's, you know, it's not, it's got like a little tinge of a little bit of a rose in there. So this is Cocoa. All right. And again, you'll see these flowers are just kind of, you know, possibilities in your assortments. Now, this is one that we do get asked about a lot, because sometimes it's very difficult if you're a newbie to dye flowers, but we've got black flowers. And I know sometimes people are like, what, black? But we actually do get asked about black a lot, especially around Halloween. But black flowers are actually pretty popular, especially if you're doing like a black and white, black tie event. People have these in their arrangements. And as you can see, you know, Love Sola's warehouse there does a really good job of making sure it stays black. So again, some of you who may have difficulty dyeing black, we've got black ones now, and they're soft and squishy. So even though, you know, they need a lot of paint to get a nice solid black, they are soft and squishy. All of our flowers do have the glycerin in them that are dyed so that they don't go crispy. So you can see, nice and squishy. Bounce back. So even though it's black, it's still nice and soft, same consistency, but it is a good solid black color. So they did a really great job dyeing these, which it's hard to find sometimes, people who dye these great, because black is not an easy one to do. So if you are someone who loves black flowers, or who has you know, more contemporary style house and needs black, order those, because again, it's sometimes a pain in the butt how much paint you need to buy and all that kind of stuff. So to do it yourself is sometimes annoying. So let Love Sola do it and get perfect ones every time. All right, this one is called Sandy Beach. Definitely that kind of soft sand color. All right, and as you can see again, they've got the minis, 2 inches and 3 inches. Those would be all mixed in. And these are so pretty together. All these new neutrals, if you get them all together, it would be really pretty. Just like every single one of these neutrals in a thing together would be really cool. All right, the next one we are calling Oat. So it's close, let me show you. It's close to the Sandy Beach, but a little more of the taupier, and the Sandy Beach is a little more of the yellowier, if you want to see them side by side. So the Oat, they're kind of both light colored, but this one's more towards the brownish. This one's more towards the yellowier tone. So this is the Oat, again, a little more of the taupier color. And again, like I said, all the flowers come nice and soft. And also, they just have done such a great job making sure that you've got full coverage on these dyed flowers. I think it was a great addition to the website. They really are very good at their craft over there. And it makes it so much easier. So like, even if you have a business, don't feel bad that you ordered dye flowers. Like, I have to pay people to dye my flowers for weddings, so it's the same thing. You're paying someone to dye your flowers, basically. And this way you can just kind of put your own combinations together, make your own sets. We do have, I'm not sure if right now on the website we have a mixtures of any right now. We might just have the single colors. The single colors have been selling better, I think, because everyone's having fun mixing, matching their own. So I think that most of them are just the one colors. But I love that, because then you just kind of pick and choose and see what you like the best. So this is gray. I know that, again, some of you, if you haven't really been too much in the Sola world yet, and you're like, what, gray flower? But I'm telling you, so many people ask for gray flowers, especially in decor, because again, I think the fun of having wood flowers and not having to use fresh is that you literally get to do them any color you want. So I'm pretty sure, you know, you're going to find some gray people out there because a lot of decor right now are the blues and the grays. So, you know, pop these in, pick a blue that we have on our website, and you can make a really pretty arrangement. So again, just some examples of flowers that you may get. Now, the next two, they're not neutrals, but I call them staples. Again, colors that we get often asked for, but this one's burgundy. Now, I know that a lot of people, you know, they call things wine or burgundy or red, you know, and you're like, well, what kind of shade is this? I consider this kind of like a true burgundy. It's more of that red tone. Doesn't really lean to the purple. It's more of, you know, a deeper red. Now, again, my lights are brightening up some things here. So what you see on the website, though, is accurate. But this is a burgundy. It's a lighter burgundy. It's not like those really deep, dark kind of colors. But this is what I would call a true burgundy. This is cute also if you do Americana types. We've got navy blues and stuff like that on the website. This kind of red, like a burgundy red, is great for like farmhouse style Americana colors. So if you are into that, check out the burgundy. And then the last color we're going to show you before we get to our fillers is our eggplant color. So this is more of a deep purple, kind of like a blacky purple. I know, again, the light makes them a little bit shinier, but it's that deep, dark eggplant color. So again, you're going to get those in all the different sizes too, in a mixture of styles. So eggplant is also, actually, I love eggplant in gray. Let me see if I can find a gray then. Or even like, even black. Look at this for Halloween. Yeah, like, if you did Halloween, the burgundy, eggplant, and black. Where did I just put my gray? Hold on. Oh, here it is. Oh. And then like the gray and the eggplant. Look at the gray and the eggplant. Isn't that nice? And the gray and the burgundy. So make your own little assortments here. But again, the burgundy, the eggplant, and the black is a super common Halloween type wedding color situation. So those are the colors that we've added. So go check those out. Plus, if you've not checked out our old colors, check those out too. Make your own little assortments. It's fun, and it saves a lot of time and energy. And you don't make a mess in your own house. Now, I know some of you do love to dye flowers. I hate dyeing flowers, to be honest, because I don't like to mess up my kitchen. And so I love buying them already dyed, and it saves me. If you do parties, this is also a great way to do it, because you can show up to a party and have a smattering of colors, and then they're making their own thing, and they're getting to pick colors. But you're not really having to do the work of dyeing the flowers, so it makes parties kind of quick and easy. All right, we're going to move to fillers, and I'm going to start with the preserved. So when you go on our website, again, it's lovesoloflowers.com, you'll see the little drop-down box thing, and you can pick if you want preserved or faux or any of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you the new preserved stuff we have. We have had one of them on there before, but we're just reloading. One of my favorites of all times, and it's the willow eucalyptus, and it's seeded. So it's seeded willow eucalyptus. But look at this big stack you get. So it's a darker kind of green. Again, remember the light so that you can see things is a little bright, but it's a darker kind of green. Definitely not like a sage color, but it's not like that blacky green. You know, like some of the greens are real deep and you're like, that's kind of almost black. This is kind of the perfect green, and it's got a ton of seeds, so that's lovely. Some people even just break off the seeds to make things like boutonnieres and corsages and things like that. But you've got all of that, and it's a pretty big bundle. I believe, again, it's like 4 ounces is usually, I think, the measurement. But, you know, I know sometimes we get a question, how many stems? But it goes by weight, because one branch can have, you know, branches branching off of it. So this is a super popular. Again, this is preserved. As you can see, it is the farmers we get them from. Did a really good job preserving it. You know, with preserved, there could always be some spots of where, you know, when they were drying, the process might be a little discolored. But in general, you know, our packages come pretty perfect like this. But remember, these are real plants So there is a smell too. I mean, this one smells like eucalyptus. But these are real plants, and they are preserved. So, you know, anything that comes with a real plant is what it is. So this is the seeded willow, okay? And then let me show you this, because it is huge, and it is taking up my whole desk, but it's gonna be fun to show you, because this is our mountain fern. It's new. It is perfect for summer. Guys, do you see this? It's like my whole torso. So let me just take it out of the bag for you. It does come with multiple branches. Let me cut it open. I don't want to see if I can slide it out. So this is, again, great for the summer. Nice bright color. This is our mountain fern. Anyone who loves ferns, right? It is huge. Like, you can't just look at the picture online for something like this, because you would never even know. Like, when I saw it, I did not realize how large this is. It is big. Again, it does have a smell to it. It's a little bit, you know, a little funky, but ferns are kind of stinky, but they're pretty. You can like kind of spritz them with Febreze or something, because again, they could be a little stinky. But guys, look. Okay, now let me show you something, because I know we get lots and lots of messages about this, and it's also on our leatherleaf fern. Ferns reproduce by having spores on the back of their leaves. So let me just show you. See these little dots? They are not bugs. They are not bug eggs. They are spores, and they actually rub off. You can just take your finger and you can scrape them off. But they're a natural part of the plant. Again, these things are real life, you know, so you can't kind of expect them to not be real life. And in real life, they have spores. And sometimes you buy them, and they don't produce spores until a few months after you have them, and you're like, what do I have in my house? But you have nothing in your house. There are no bugs, nothing. They are spores. They are normal. If you are creeped out by them, because I know sometimes they creep me out, again, you can just kind of take your fingernail and scrape them right off if they're really bothering you. But they are a natural part of the plant. But look at how large. Again, it's a little stinky at first when you take it out of the package. So if you just air it out, let it air out, and it you know, anything that's aired out will lose some of its smell. But don't say, like, I think mine is bad or anything like that. Just ferns in general, they kind of smell. Hey, Tina. So again, look at how large this is. These are great. And these are definitely great, like I said, for the summer. If you've got bright colors, they're perfect. Okay. Now we are going to show you, I think it's listed under the botanicals if I'm correct, but this is the pampas, and these are like the thin ones. Okay, and there's a few colors on there. So this is pampas grass. A little shedding is normal with pampas grass. It is what it is, but these are the kind of small ones. You can leave it in a bundle like this and pull some taller just to make it stay like that, or you can use them as little pieces. These are nice for things like bouquets or smaller arrangements or bud vases where you don't need the big, huge, thick, puffy thing, but you have the nice thin ones for filling in different areas there. Okay, so this is pampas. As you can see, even in one pack, you know, they're two-toned, they're multicolored, so the neutrals are nice with kind of anything. I like to mix the colors, but there are multiple colors, I believe, on the website now. Okay, so that's pampas grass. And then one more thing that is preserved, or I don't know if it's called preserved or dried on the site, but we need to explain this one. So I want to be very clear about this so that when you're ordering, you are for sure what we are talking about. So we have a new category on there. It's called Rip Phalaris, okay? Rip, R-I-P, rest in peace, because some of them can be damaged. We are not going through each package to make sure that they are perfect. So they're in Rip for two reasons. They are a smaller package than our regular Phalaris, but also we noticed that this batch, some of the heads were breaking off. So They are heavily, 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 heavily discounted. Now, you will be able to use a lot of these Phalaris. Not every single head is broken, but we don't want to sell them as, you know, perfect pieces at normal price if we know that there could be possible breakage. So if you're buying an RIP Phalaris, just know that there may be broken heads, but that is why it's discounted heavily. So like, we can't take customer complaints about it or anything, because we are warning you and giving it to you at a fraction of the price of what it costs. But let me show you. So this one is considered one of them. And honestly, this package they sent me, I only see like one broken head. So you may get some that have nothing on it broken. But let me just show you what a broken head looks like, so you know what we are talking about. So do you see that? See how it's kind of broken? It's not perfect. And so, again, let me just break one off completely so you can see. So again, you can see this package. This package, really, there's not much wrong with it. But there is a possibility that you might have some with broken heads on it. And we just don't want, you know, to sell them obviously at full price. So we are selling them at a heavily discounted price. So no complaints about those. You should just be excited. And oops, sorry guys. I think I just tried to get a phone call through, and I don't know why it's going through, but okay, so let me show you. Actually, it's not easy to break them. Okay, so this is what a broken head may look like. And again, a lot of times you can just tuck that in, and really nobody really notices it, but some of them may come like this in your package. So again, heavily discounted. They are listed as RIP. So your regular Phalaris that you purchase doesn't have all the broken heads or anything like that, or any of the problems, but the RIP is very, very discounted in case there are broken ones. Okay? All right. So I make sure we all understood that, and that's good. All right. So the next thing I'm going to show you are 3 new faux fillers. So sometimes certain shapes of flowers are very difficult to get in wood flowers, or they're just not made in bulk. And so the ones that we've got here are flowers that tend to be more difficult to get, and so we get them in silk. Now, if you've watched some of my past videos, the silk can be dyed the same way that you dye your wood. So if you're wanting it to match the wood flowers, the same solution, the glycerin paint and the water together, you can dip silk in it, and then it dyes it that color. So I always like to get white everything and then dye things myself. So the first one is going to be wax flowers. Wax flowers is actually one of the most popular flower used in fresh flower floristry as a filler flower. And we've got this nice stem. It's a pretty long stem, but it's pretty full on top as well. So let me just show you up close. So they're little silk babies with the little green nub centers, as you can see. And these, again, you can dye them if you just take a paintbrush to them. Sometimes you can actually dip them and then shake it off really well, and it actually will run off of the plastic, so it won't dye your plastic. And then you can just kind of dip the ends of your flowers in the solution. But they're coming in white because obviously that's neutral, and wax flowers are often used as white. A lot of times people use them purple too. But this is a pretty hefty size stem. Let me show you. And you got all these break-offs, so that'll be easy. You know, there you go. Okay. All right. So this is wax flower, and this is under faux flowers. I'm going to leave the biggest for the last. This one is daisies. So although we sell daisies, you know, the little baby daisies, sometimes this kind of particular shape of a daisy is kind of hard to find. So we've got you there, and we've got the little fuzzy centers like real life. The centers are like a brownish, yellowish, pretty realistic. You know, they're looking, again, you can dye these daisies. They are silk, not plastic. So these can be dipped in the same paint mixture. Hi, Tony. Oh, my word. Well, I'm glad you caught us live now. But again, these silks, if it's not plastic, if it's silk, you can dye these with the same mixture that you dye your flowers for your wood. So there we go, daisies. And then we have one more. Tony, you hit the end of it, but you can go back and watch the replay once we are done. We showed some new products and some new colors. So this last one, you know, we do have some sunflower styles. But the really big-headed sunflower is kind of hard to find in wood, so we brought you a Real Touch sunflower. So, if you don't ever have experience with Real Touch is, it's a specific type of material. I believe they have a patent on it, so I don't know exactly everything that's in it. But it is stretchy, kind of like rubber, like latex, kind of. And so this is not silk, okay, but it's not plastic. It is Real Touch, and it's got that stretch. It does make the petals look realistic. It makes them look a little dewy as well, like a real petal would. But it is that kind of stretchy, rubbery, and then you've got your fuzzy inside. But it's a decent, let me put it near my face so you can kind of see the size of the sunflower. So it's a nice size head flower. You can actually paint these, but you can't really water it down too much because, again, this is not silk. It doesn't really absorb. But it's already two-toned, so it'll come to you two-toned with like an orangey type center with a yellowy outsides. So, again, this is the Real Touch. The leaves are silk, but the head is that Real Touch. See, it goes bing, bing, bing. Okay? So it is realistic looking because of that. It gives it that, like I said, that dewy kind of real life petal look. So this is our big sunflower that we have, and you can find all of these products now on our website. They are there. We are having an up to 70% off sale. So sometimes fillers and things aren't, I mean, well, not sometimes, they aren't usually 70% off. That's usually the flowers and stuff. But we do have sales on our fillers as well. So go check that out. Again, we've got some new of these guys. And then also, remember, these are RIP. Now, you don't have to buy RIP. We have regular Phalaris as well. But then we've got, again, this one's kind of the coolest here. These monster size mountain ferns. Perfect for the summer because it's that bright, bright green. Perfect to brighten any of your decorations. And we've got our colors as well as reloading up our willow eucalyptus. So that is it for tonight. Like I said, next week we will, bulk raw skin. I don't know, Tony. You can see all of our bulk when you go to the drop-down box. You can click on the bulk, and it'll tell you how many. They come in 50 packs. So I do know that, you know, it's all on sale, so I'm not sure how many skins there are, but I do know that our bulk packs are on sale. So go click on Soliflowers, and then you can do bulk, and that way you'll see all the ones that are offered in 50 packs. And then make sure you pick your sizing too. So I know a lot of people accidentally don't realize that there's a drop-down box to pick your sizing. So when you pick your flowers, there's minis, which are 1 inch and 1.5 inch. There's 2-inch size flowers, and then there's 3-inch size flowers. So even in the bulk, you're going to want to make sure you pick what size you're wanting your package to be, because it's not a mix of all sizes. It is one size, 50 of them. So you want to make sure that you pick, you know, what size exactly you're wanting. So that's that. But that's it. Just wanted to show you guys them up close, kind of explain everything. And then next week, we'll be using some of these in a craft. So that'll be fun. Especially with these bright Phalaris and everything, it's kind of fun to get into summer projects that are bright and happy. I did a lot of neutrals even in the spring, so the summer is going to look bright for me, at least in my tutorials, and that'll be good. So, all right, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful night and a great weekend, and we will see you next week for a tutorial. Bye, everyone.